Hi, welcome to Spec Hunter. The Xiaomi 15T is priced at £549 here in the UK. That makes it £100 cheaper than the Pro model. But with that lower price, you do have to accept a few compromises. The performance and the camera hardware are a step down, along with some smaller details. So the question is, should you buy the Xiaomi 15T as your next mid-range phone? Or is it worth spending the extra money on the Pro? Let's break it all down in this review. The design is the first area where you notice the difference. The Xiaomi 15T does not feel as premium as the Pro. It has more of a budget look and feel, although it still looks neat and stylish overall. It is lighter than the Pro, and instead of a metal frame, you get a plastic edge around the sides. The flat edges give it a modern appearance, but the larger size makes it less comfortable to hold for long periods. On the plus side, the matte finish does a great job of resisting fingerprints and smudges. Xiaomi offers a few colors, including black, gray, and a rose gold option that looks very close to the mocha shade of the Pro. While the color range is not the most exciting, the phone still manages to appear elegant and solid. The build quality is strong. Gorilla Glass 7 eye covers the display, which may not be quite as tough as Victus, but it should handle scratches and daily wear well. Xiaomi also adds a screen protector out of the box. The phone is rated IP68 for dust and water resistance, so you don't need to worry if it falls into water or gets dirty outdoors. This is a welcome feature in a mid-range phone. For security, you get an optical fingerprint sensor built into the screen. It is reliable most of the time, even if your fingers are slightly wet or greasy. Face Unlock is also available, giving you another quick and simple way to get into the device. Now let's talk about the software. The Xiaomi 15T runs on HyperOS version 2, which is built on Android 15. Xiaomi has already announced HyperOS 3, which should arrive soon for this phone. The update is expected to add new features and hopefully improve some of the quirks in the current version. HyperOS has many similarities to iOS, including a feature at the top of the screen that looks and acts like Apple's Dynamic Island. But the software also comes with a lot of pre-installed apps that many users may find unnecessary. Xiaomi promises 4 major Android updates and 6 years of security patches for the 15T. This is not quite as strong as what Samsung or Google offer, but it is still decent support for a mid-range phone at this price. Storage is another positive point. The base model comes with 256 gigabytes, which is generous compared to many rivals. If you need more, you can go for the 512 gigabyte version. The phone also supports Xiaomi's offline communication tool, which lets you send messages to another Xiaomi 15T or 15T Pro even without mobile signal or Wi-Fi. The always-on display is a weak spot. Despite its name, it only stays visible for about 10 seconds after you tap the screen. This limitation makes the feature less useful, and hopefully Xiaomi will fix it in a future update. Moving on to the screen itself, the Xiaomi 15T has a 6.83-inch AMOLED panel. It delivers a resolution of 2772 by 1280, which keeps visuals sharp and detailed. The display supports HDR10+ and Dolby Vision, so streaming on apps like Netflix looks impressive. You can also customize the color profile in the settings, choosing between natural or more vivid tones. The vivid mode is especially striking, making animations and colorful videos really pop. The panel also includes 3840 Hz PWM dimming, which helps reduce eye strain for people sensitive to flickering. Blue light filters and other eye comfort options are available for nighttime use. The refresh rate is capped at 120 Hz, which is lower than the Pro model, but still smooth for gaming and scrolling. Audio quality is another strength. The Xiaomi 15T has a stereo speaker setup with Dolby Atmos support. The speakers are loud, clear, and good enough for watching movies or listening to music, even in noisy environments. Bluetooth 6 is supported as well, and wireless audio streaming works without issues. Now, let's get into performance. The Pro model has the Dimensity 9400 Plus, but here you get the Dimensity 8400 Ultra with 12 gigabytes of RAM. For everyday use, the performance is more than enough. Apps open quickly, multitasking is smooth, and there is no slowdown. Ming is also handled well. Most titles run with high settings, and even demanding games like Wuthering Waves remain stable. Occasionally you might notice small frame drops at maximum settings, but overall it's impressive for a mid-range device. To keep the phone cool, Xiaomi includes its 3D Ice Loop cooling system. Combined with the efficient chip, the phone stays cool even during long gaming sessions. For gamers, there's also a dedicated gaming mode in HyperOS, offering performance boosts and useful tools. Battery life is another big positive. The Xiaomi 15T packs a 5,500 mAh battery. With heavy use, including gaming, streaming, and camera tests, it easily lasts a full day with power left over. For moderate users, it can stretch close to 2 days. Charging is handled with 67-watt wired charging, which is fast enough to top up the battery in about 40 minutes. However, there's no wireless charging support, which could be a disappointment if you rely on it. Now onto the cameras. This is where the Xiaomi 15T makes a few compromises compared to the Pro. The main camera uses a 50-megapixel Fusion 800 sensor, slightly smaller than the 900 series used in the Pro. Even so, it captures bright and detailed shots in most conditions. Photos can look a bit more processed than those from the Pro, and finer details are sometimes missing, but overall quality is still strong. You get 2 shooting modes from Leica, Authentic and Vibrant. Authentic produces natural tones, while Vibrant enhances colors to look more like what you'd see on an iPhone. There's also a Pro mode for advanced users, with RAW support and plenty of manual controls. The 50-megapixel telephoto lens offers a clean 2x zoom, making it great for portraits. Beyond that, images can get grainy, but at close range the results are sharp. The 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera performs surprisingly well, even in low light, although moving subjects can cause blur. For video, you can record up to 4K at 30 or 60 frames per second. Footage is sharp and smooth, though low-light performance isn't as strong as the Pro. There's no 8K option, but most users won't miss it. Audio recording is good too, especially for subjects in front of or behind the phone. The selfie camera is a 32-megapixel unit with fixed focus. It supports up to 4K recording and works well for video calls and social media clips. Audio pickup is clear even when you're not right next to the phone. So what's the final verdict on the Xiaomi 15T? For £549, it offers great value. You get a large and bright AMOLED display, excellent battery life, strong performance for daily use and gaming, and decent camera quality. The design may not feel as premium as the Pro, and you miss out on some camera upgrades and wireless charging, but most of the core experience is still here. If photography is your top priority, then the extra £100 for the Pro might be worth it. But if you want a balanced mid-range phone that covers almost everything well, the Xiaomi 15T is a very solid choice. Thanks for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to Spec Hunter, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss the latest updates.